Beep beep. Dear Tim and Mr. Lee, my chemistry teacher is asking me to measure out 2.58 times 10 to the 24 molecules of water. Please help. From Carlton. Beep beep. Well, Carlton, molecules of H2O, let's say. Let me see if I can help you. First thing you want to do is think about this, right? In a logical way, molecules and atoms are way too small for us to count as we would count apples and oranges. So we're going to need the mole to convert them into something we can count or measure, rather, in a practical way in the lab. All right, so first step is to convert molecules into moles, right? We need to get rid of molecules and turn that into moles. Okay, so in chemistry, in a lot of sciences, when we want to get rid of a unit and end up with another unit, okay, like moles, and then eventually we'll have to turn that into something that's measurable in the lab, such as grams. Right? We need things called conversion factors. Conversion factors are things that are equal to each other, so they don't change the value, but they do change the units. Okay? So we need a conversion factor to get rid of molecules. Right? So molecules has to go on the other side to cancel out molecules. All right? And then we need to first convert that to moles. So these numbers here have to make this conversion factor equal. Right? Otherwise, you're changing the value. Right? That's not allowed. All right. So the way this equals each other is 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd of anything. Molecules, apples, bananas, oranges, and atoms, and it can be anything. But 1 mole, jeepers, there we go, is equal to that number. Sorry, I'm trying to write on a really small screen right now. We've gotten rid of molecules and we have moles. Now, we still can't measure moles in a lab. So we're going to convert that into grams because we can measure grams. All right, so we need a conversion factor to convert that unit we don't want, which is moles, into a unit we want, which is grams. All right, to get rid of moles, we need moles on the other side to cancel out. All right, in math, if you have a unit on the top and bottom, we can cancel it out. Okay, so that's the concept we're doing here. Now the desired unit goes on the other side of that. In this case, it's going to be grams. All right, Carlton, here's what I want you to remember. Whenever you need a relationship between grams and moles, or moles to grams, we need the periodic table. All right, so in this case, water, H2O, has a molar mass of 18. Okay, each hydrogen is 1 grams per mole. All right, and there's 2 of them, so that's 2 plus oxygen is 16, and that's 18 grams per mole. So that's going to be our conversion factor. By the way, this is known as the molar mass. Okay. All right. So let's put in 18 next to the grams and 1 next to the mole. All right, because that's how they're equal to each other. Remember, conversion factors have to equal each other. The rest is just the arithmetic, calculation. Right? If you know how to use your calculator, you can punch all these at once. All right? But I'm gonna do this kind of manually here. These are the coefficients you would treat normally as a normal number. So in your calculator, you're going to put in 2.58, all right, divided by 6.02 times 18. All right, I get 7.71. I'm just using 3 digits here. All right, it didn't matter the order. All right, multiply and division, the order operation doesn't matter in this case. Now, we're not done. This is a big part of the number, so we can't forget that. When you have a number times 10 to the 24 and another number times 10 to the 23rd, these are called exponents. All right, when you divide in this case, because you have one number on another, you have to subtract the exponents. All right, so we still have to write the times 10. That's part of the number. You can't just ignore that. Now, 24 minus 23 is 1. Okay, and we're subtracting because this is a fraction. It's a division problem. All right, well, 10 to the 1 is just 10. So this is also the same thing as 7.71 times 10. Okay, so if you plug that in your calculator, you really don't need a calculator. You just move the decimal over 1 if you want. So your teacher wants you to measure out 77.1 grams. That's the only unit you're left with. All right, so that's what your teacher wants you to bring to him to get to answer that problem. Let me know if you have any more questions.